Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Poke Relaxing. You're looking at an image of a box on the floor, so I can give you an intro to this video, which I have wanted to make for quite a while, but for some reason just never found the time. But I'm in my basement where I do much of my content for this channel and my other channel, which is a sports card channel. And the door right over here is the entryway to a room that I will show you, and we will explore together. But basically what I have done is created a sort of a fake a fake store, a play store, a Hollywood kind of movie set store, I guess, in my home because I don't want to start a real card shop, but I have a lot of cards, and I love the idea of putting them out in a cool way so they look nice. And I'll talk a little bit more about kind of my plans for this room, but I did want to do a video showing you. By the way, these are Fusion Strike mini binder portfolio packs, one pack in there, in case you're wondering. Yeah, so let's just take a look and see what we got here. It's funny. When I first set up this room, my younger daughter put up the sign, the first sign for it right there. And later we evolved into some slightly better printed signs, but not much better. And I keep them both up. So yeah, here we are, folks. The centerpiece, I would say. Let's just get a quick kind of overview of the shop here. Over here is a camera setup that I'll talk about a little bit in relation to my plans for what I want to do. But this shop is both Pokemon and sports cards, as you probably know, because you probably are somebody who came to this channel, or you might be somebody who came to this channel from my sports card channel, so you know I do both. And this video will be focused on the Pokemon cards. I'm going to do a different video talking about the sports cards. But what kind of inspired me to do this shop actually was this case here, because I found a really good deal on actually several of these display cases. And I got some help to go and pick them up. There's like 4 of them, I think, and they were really cheap. And I sort of think of as like the minimum requirement for a card shop to be having a display case. So once I had one, I thought, what do I want to do with this? And of course, the answer was to set up a pretend card shop in my basement. So yeah, so in here, I've got some older packs that I really love and hope to substantially add to in the coming years, because I got into Pokemon, only in the last year or so, and all these older packs are just so cool to me. That Japanese one is from 1997, and they didn't even make English packs until 1999. So that's one of the very earliest Pokemon packs out there. It's from the Jungle set, which I believe is the second or third set of Pokemon ever to come out after base set and possibly after Fossil. I think it was before Fossil. In any event, so I've got some older packs here, and then on the bottom, I've got sort of my rarer, more valuable booster boxes, which isn't many at this point. I guess there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes in here. The coolest one is this Team Rocket box. that I got not too long ago, and have done a video on that if you want to check that out. And then some Evolving Skies boxes, which I had more of those. And then a few from Sun and Moon, which I will be adding to shortly when I get some packages in here, actually later today. And then a few graded cards. This was from the first graded card submission that I did of Pokemon stuff, and kind of mixed results on that. But I don't know. I just want to put some Pokemon cards in the case, some individual cards, and that's what I had at the time. So I have some other stuff that I might put in there instead. So let's move over here, and this is the Great Wall of Pokemon booster box cases. This is all of my Pokemon. Actually, I've started to overflow. This is all of this here. Right there is Journey Together. So I had to kind of break out into a new area once that set came out, and I got my shipment of boosters from that set. But yeah, I don't know. Someday I might do a video just kind of looking at all of the cases that I have and what's in them and which ones I have the most of. On the bottom here, like all of these are Paldea Evolved. So that's 11 cases of Paldea Evolved, pretty much all of which I got either at distribution pricing or, back when you could get booster cases on eBay for like $100 a box. So it's like $600 shipped for a case. I bought, I think, like 4 of those from back then when I just got into Pokemon just about a year ago. And all of these are Obsidian Flames, kind of the same story. Everything basically I got for $100 or less per box. So super happy to have those. Since both of these are over $200 a box now, and I was paying $600 a case for a case of 6. So that's more than 100% gain. And then the other Scarlet and Violet sets I have less of, although I think like these 8 here are Paradox Rift, so I have a fair number of those. And then Twilight Masquerade, I think I have like 5 cases of that. That was the first one to really blow up in price, so you had less of a chance to get those for cheap than you did a lot of the other cases, which sat around for pretty cheap money for a long time. And then Surging Sparks. This is the first cases of boosters I ever got from my distributor. And so those are all straight from my distributor that I got, like just prior to release day. And I got like 3 cases and then like a couple of boxes. So I've kept the cases sealed. And then there's some older stuff here, which is kind of cool. I think everything, well, actually, Stellar Crown is up here, but all this stuff, like right here and here, I think is all Sun and Moon. I'm sorry, Sword and Shield, or newer. Actually, randomly, I see I have another Journey Together case that wouldn't fit over there, so it's starting to get kind of crazy. I probably have to redo my organization here. But oldest case in here is something I have shown you before. There's a Sun and Moon case, and then an XY case. It's funny, I'm a cheapskate. I like to buy stuff that's like, the cheapest. I like to buy a lot of a cheap thing rather than, 1 or 2 of an expensive thing. That's just kind of the way I've always collected for some reason. So I went, maybe like, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, I went to find the cheapest Sun and Moon era case I could find and the cheapest XY era case, and that was Crimson Invasion and Steam Siege in XY. And both of those were like $300 a box at the time, so I guess that's about $1,800 a case. Actually, I think Crimson Invasion was even a little bit less than that. It might have been like $250 a box. So I bought them because they were cheap, and generally thought to be the worst sets in those eras. But recently, like everything from those older sets is going up in value in terms of sealed product. So like I think the value of both of these has like more than doubled since I bought them. So sometimes it pays to be cheap. Although I guess if I had bought like one, um, cosmic eclipse, box for like I don't know, 800, 900 bucks, probably at that time, that is pretty much doubled in price as well. So, anyways, yeah, Vivid Voltage. I think like four Vivid Voltage cases before they started to kind of run low on stock at Pokemon Center, and I bought a couple more from them when they were in their kind of last weeks of having stock. And then up here we have my Japanese Pokemon stuff, which um, has been growing. Each one of these, I think, is 2 levels deep. So there's quite a bit in there, especially from these sets over here. This, of course, is Terastal Festival, which did get up to, I don't know, 125 bucks a box. Now it's kind of maybe just over 100. See what I have. Yeah, I think that price is from when I sold these at last card show I was at, which was probably 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I think I sold maybe 2 or 3 of them. And then not Pokemon, but TCG related. I have some sort of miscellaneous stuff up here. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh case. This is Flesh and Blood. I forget which set. That stuff's just kind of starting to get interesting. And then I've got some One Piece very recently. So we'll see if I kind of explore that. And then over here, we kind of have, again, ordered a bunch of Japanese stuff like 2, 3 months ago, stocking up kind of before I thought the prices might go a little bit bonkers, and ran out of space. So moved over here, and then in front of them blocking is my Journey Together Pokemon Center exclusive boxes, which, let's see, I got 2 of those myself. I can't remember where I got the other one. I feel like oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I got one in a trade at a card show. Somebody walked in with one and they wanted to trade for some other sealed stuff, so I took that one in trade. And then up here we got actually this is my budding collection of Chinese sealed. So we've got 2 of the kind of 151 labeled sets. Actually, this one doesn't have any English on it, but that one does. So these are like super cheap. I think these are only like, I got these for, geez, like 30 bucks or less a box. I think both of these. And then actually the pink ones came in sealed cases, but I cracked one of them, so I got one sealed case. Well, those are super cheap and have some really cool cards in them. So, and then we have some prismatic stuff here, binder collection, poster collection. Get the mini tin displays. I got 4 of those. A few of the cause I think I got these for 45 bucks, like online from somewhere. And I'm hanging on to those. I like those a lot. So over here, sports cards. And then yeah, this is the kind of behind the display case area, and it's all Pokemon. So let's get into it. So a lot of Pokemon stuff comes, with sort of hanger like slots. So you can put it on retail display. So I got one of these little pegboards from a local hardware store, and they also sell the little hanger things there. And when I get something that can be hung up, I like to put it up there. I've gotten a fair number of these 3-pack blisters from my distributor, including like this one that has a little eraser in it of Gengar or Bellibolt. Even these League battle decks can be hung up, and these mini tins also sometimes have a little thing there, and so I've got some of those hung up. Those are the Paldean Fates, which I opened up in my last video, and then of course the hanger packs, and then I got a few kind of booster boxes, one Japanese. This is Stellar Crown in Japanese, which is called, oh man, what's it called? I forgot. I'm forgetting my Japanese set names lately, but this is Journey Together, latest set, and this is just kind of a bunch of miscellaneous packs, and this is, this display is for Paldean Fates tins, but these tins are from kind of all over the place. This one is a Celebrations tin. And then one of these is like an old one that has like evolutions in it. That's Paldea Friends. That's just kind of miscellaneous Scarlet Violet era stuff. Nothing particularly great. Other Paldea. So anyways, the variety of tins there. And then here I kind of have my sealed booster boxes and booster displays and a couple of Elite Trainer boxes, more of which we'll see. This is a bunch of Paldean Fates booster bundle displays, which I picked up, probably anywhere between like 3 and 6 months ago, because I really liked the set. There was, the Bubble Muse in there was popping off at the time, but the sealed stuff was still pretty cheap, so I was like, that makes sense for that to go up. So I bought as much as I could, and they're now they're about $600 per display. There's 10 of them in there, and I think I picked up most of them for somewhere between $350 and $450 each. So nice purchases there. A couple of I think that's my last 151 ETB that I have. I have some some of those Sam's Club or no Costco 3-packs where you get the 151 ETB and then like 2 kind of crappy tins on each side. So I have some of those, and that's about it though for my ETBs of 151. And that's a Chilling Rain. So you'll notice that a lot of these, well, okay, I'll say some, not a lot, but some of these items have pricings on them from when I would have brought them to like card shows, and it's kind of fun to see, what those prices are over time. I think right now nothing is particularly more valuable or significantly more valuable than what I've got on here, but sometimes it has happened that I've put a sticker on and then it's like 2x by the time I bring it to a card show the next time. So get some Crown Zenith. I think these are, I feel like I was just watching a video and these of some other content creator, and these are up to like $70. There's 6 packs in there, so that's like more than $10 a pack, which is crazy. And then Surging Sparks. They did a restock of these, a reprint, you might say, some people would say, not too long ago. So they've been sort of appearing different places, for MSRP. So you've had a little bit of a chance to pick those up. I can't remember where I got these. I think I might have got these, on online retail. And this is like a million little Pikachu things that come from the Paldea treasure chests, which I will buy anytime I see them at like Target, because they're $19.99. They got 6 packs, plus this thing, plus some other tchotchkes, plus a Pikachu promo that's currently worth like $10 raw. So they're an outstanding deal, and you should absolutely see them if you see them at Target. I still sometimes see them show up, and I just snatch them up every time I do see them. There's usually a handful of them. And these are, I think, Paldea Friends, Paldea Partners tins that once upon a time, these things, which have, I think, 6 packs in them, 5 packs. Man, these things sat around for ages. I mean, everything did, but they sat around for ages at my distributor. I could have bought like a pallet of them if I wanted to, but, didn't really know that the Pokemon world was going to blow up. So I didn't pick them up, and here we are. Got a bunch of these more mystery boxes surprise boxes, I should say. I really like from Prismatic Evolutions. Let's see here. And then over here, we start kind of the premium collection box stuff, and then continue with ETBs as well. So I have to say, I really like collection boxes. They have special collections, they have premium collection, they have super premium collection, they have ultra premiums. And, when Pokemon was sort of more dormant and, less hot of a product than it is today, these had a kind of a bad reputation because they take up a lot of space, and they certainly do. For, there's 3 packs in here. I think there's 3 packs. I see 3 packs. And, oh, there's 5 packs. Look at that. So, five packs taking up this amount of space in your storage or whatever. Where the hell are the packs? I only see 3. I don't know where they put them. But, so they take up space for sure. And, if you have like only a single closet or something to put your collection in, then yeah, you probably aren't going to get these. But, if you're crazy like me and you have entire rooms to fill with stuff, or you maybe have just one room and you have a lot of shelf space on it, these are actually pretty cool. I think they display really cool. I mean, I just love looking at these. I mean, they're obviously sort of made to present in a cool way where they show you the promos, and the way that it's laid out is really neat, I think. So I really love these. I mean, I haven't gone too crazy with them. I do have like let's see, so like Virizion was one that they had in stock at and these are all like Sword and Shield stuff. So there's like, I think 2 or 3 Lost Origins in here, and then a Fusion Strikes, a really good pack selection. But I think I bought a few cases of these from Pokemon Center when they had them in stock at MSRP, and I'm sure those are up in value. This is one that I bought a ton of because I found one of the stores that I buy a lot of my stuff from online, or historically have. They don't really have much anymore because I've bought a lot of it, at least the older stock stuff. But they had a bunch of these Cleavor premium collection boxes, which have 6 packs. They're all Sword and Shield. 2 of them are Fusion Strike, 2 of them are Brilliant Stars, and two of them are Astral Radiance. So with the Fusion Strike, that's a $10 pack. Brilliant Stars is fast becoming a $10 pack. Astral Radiance is probably more of a $6 pack. But anyways, I think I got these for, I think it was like, I want to say it was $30, which seems like an insanely good deal. It might have been 40 though. I haven't looked at their pricing recently, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were up to like $60 or some craziness like that. But pretty cool full art V and V-Star promos in there. So anyways, that was one where I do have a lot of them, but a lot of these I really don't. And this is stuff that I just, picked up from my distributor, or like one time I had a friend who, has a distribution account, and he gets Pokemon stuff sometimes. And he had some of those and a bunch of other stuff. So I just bought like everything that he had. Is this Hopsization? Yeah, so I have a bunch of these as well. Some Crown Zenith ones from Pokemon Center. There's a bunch of booster displays of 151. These are the mini tin boxes that you could get at Costco, allegedly. And I ran into these like once and bought I don't know, 4 or 5 of them, and then saw them again and bought 4 or 5 more, and that's kind of it for my stock of these. Um, yeah, there's some ETBs, and so what I actually like have been wanting to get into lately, but it's really hard to get these, and I hope to find more at like card shows, particularly like when I go to Minneapolis and there's bigger shows. But these older like collection boxes, I think are so cool and so like rare and such. They just feel like history to me, and they're hard to find. But this one is from the Diamond and Pearl era. There's, I think, 4 different packs in here, all from Diamond and Pearl era. And, I mean, I have never opened a Diamond and Pearl pack. I've never seen Diamond and Pearl packs in a store or online for sale. I'm sure they're out there if I look, but they're not obvious. So, to have this box sealed, kind of beat up a little bit, but I don't care. I love that kind of thing. That's honestly one of my favorite things other than individual booster packs at this point. Here's another old one. This is one. So the one I just showed and this one are from the same place that I got my Team Rocket booster box from. So this guy had, a bunch of older stuff for sale recently, or not recently, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, at a card show that I went to, and I just bought as much as I basically spent every penny I had and more. I think I ended up like sending him some PayPal as well. But this one has 3 packs. They're from Black and White, so a little bit after Diamond and Pearl. But I mean, little figure in there. I mean, this just is so cool to me. I am going to be hard pressed not to buy that kind of product when I see it in the wild. All right. So, by the way, if you have any of that kind of stuff and you want to sell it, let me know. I am definitely a buyer. So, yeah, recently I got, this is actually 2 displays. They're kind of split there in the middle. 2 little 6 compartment booster displays. I've seen these in hobby shops. I've seen them at card shows, and I like them. And I have a lot of loose packs around because I have been breaking down like a lot of tins and collection boxes and products like that, because those things take up so much space, and I don't know, it's just harder to sell those things. Like I had, I don't even have one anymore, but I had these for like under MSRP on my site for a long time, and they just didn't sell. I mean, these days everything would probably sell, but perception is it's easier to sell packs, and plus my kids go through so many packs that I need to have some available. So I, got this thing to display them, and it looks pretty cool. I got my Sword and Shield packs over here, and my Scarlet and Violet packs over there, with the exception of Chilling Reign, which has 2 because I have a bunch of those. I think that's kind of it for the Pokemon stuff. I'll show you this up here because this is just, I love old Pokemon just so much, and Sun and Moon is not that old, but Crimson Invasion. I think I got this from the same place I bought all these Cleavor Premium Collections, or a shop that I've bought so much stuff from. And then this is really cool. This is not a very old collection box, but it's, older than most of the stuff I have. It's all Sword and Shield era stuff, but it has a tag team Charizard in it, which is amazing. So these were, I think, like $100. There's 5 packs, and 2 of these promos with the tag team Charizard and Reshiram. So I'm a Charizard collector. Couldn't turn that down. They were a little bit on sale at Blowout Cards, which is one of the like massive card retailers online. And I said, well, you know what? Actually, look at that. There's 10 booster packs in there. Wow, they only show 5 of them. So 10 for $100 is a pretty solid deal, because like at least 2 of them are now I kind of want to look at this thing. Maybe I got to steal, because there's 5-pack shown, and 3 of them are Evolving Skies, which are $20 packs, easy. And if the same packs are over there, actually I don't think they are though. I see some Chilling Reign only. 3 packs are Chilling Reign that I can see. But anyways, Chilling Reign is, either is a $10 pack or is going to be a $10 pack in the near future, so not a bad deal there. So I want to talk just a second about kind of plans for this space, because it's not just for me to come in here and fantasize about having a card shop, which I've always wanted, but just would never have the time unless I was retired. And I think if I did it, I would probably find I don't like it as much as imagined. Being there all day and having sort of be tied down and not be able to just go out and do whatever I want. But the purpose, I think, of this card shop, card room, whatever you want to call it, is to do some content from here. So I've got like a whole setup. I've got a microphone. This is the type of microphone that I use for all of my content, although actually not for this video because I'm walking around, so I have a wireless setup, which hopefully doesn't sound like trash. But I've got a computer in here that's capable of streaming, and then I've got the camera over there. Actually, there's 2 cameras. One is that phone there, you see there, the iPhone. It's mounted, which works wirelessly, and then this DSLR camera I had kind of laying around from a previous setup, so I wired that up, and you can see the wire running all the way over here. Not the best, but we do what we got to do, folks. There's a bunch of Pokemon on the ground over there. So yeah, hope to do some streams. If I do some pack breaks, I'll probably do them here, and then like with this camera, I can sort of do close-ups of like packs or cards or whatever right there, and then the camera here, which actually has 2 cameras on the iPhone, does a little bit broader, and I don't like to show my face because I'm not proud of my appearance, but both of these can be aimed so that my head is cut off and you'll never see my identity, and we're all going to be better off for that. So but you can see some cool cards in the background, and you can see probably the top of the cases, and just have something to look at besides the cards that I happen to have in my hand at the time. So there you have it, folks. There's my basement card shop, and I'm hoping to do some content from in here now that I've kind of got it all set up and have shown you guys around. And yeah, if anybody is looking for anything you've seen in the videos, let me know. I'm happy to sell anything in here and put it up on my hotcardboard.com website. So thanks so much for hanging out. Please give a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Until then, stay relaxed. Bye now.